Shalom Aleichem. Yesterday in Mishnah Yomi land, we began Masechet Makkot. Today we're picking up on the second Mishnah thereof. Me'idin anu be'ish ploni. Two men come to court and they testify about a certain man, Ruvain, shechayev l'chavero matayim zuz. He owes Shimon 200 zuz. V'nimtzu zomamin. And after the verdict was reached and the court relied on this testimony, said Reuven has to pay Shimon. Then two other witnesses came and said, hey, you witnesses, you first set of witnesses, you couldn't have seen Reuven borrow the money from Shimon. You were in Las Vegas with us at the time you said that took place. So what happens to these Eidim Zomamin? Lokin Umishalmin. They get lashes, the 39 lashes. We mentioned yesterday it's a maximum of 39. And they also pay the money. They pay the 200 zuz that they wanted to make Reuven pay. They have to pay Reuven that money. So why do they get both punishments? Shalo Hashem hamevio l'dei Makkot, mevio l'dei tashlumin. Divrei Rebbe Meir, because Rebbe Meir explains there's two different psukim at play here. There's a psukim about false testimony, and that is an aveira, a sin that carries a punishment of lashes. And there's also the pasuk about Eidim Zomamin, kasher zamam lasot leachiv, that they get punished with what they intended to inflict on the victim of their false testimony, in this case, the monetary payment. The Chachamim Omrim, but the other sages, they disagree with Rebbe Meir, and they say, Kolam Misholem Eino Loke. They say any time that an Eid Zomem, a witness who's found to have not possibly witnessed that event, he's making it up, anytime he pays money as his penalty, he does not also get lashes. The Bartanura brings the pasuk that the Gemara explains by this, Diktiv Kadei Rishato, that he's punished in according to his wicked act. And Rishato is singular, one wicked act he's punished for, not two. Recall we had a similar concept way back in Bava Kama, where if somebody is liable to the death penalty for an injury they inflicted, they don't also pay for secondary damages, financial damages they accrued along the way. Let's go on to Mishnah Gimel. Me'idin anu beish ploni shu chayev malkut arbayim. The witnesses say we're testifying that this certain man did a crime and was convicted in another court of this crime, and he was sentenced to lashing. He needs to be lashed. It's a punishment. It's also an atonement for his sin. Nimtzu zomamin. It turns out these witnesses were making it up. They could not have possibly seen this event. They were somewhere else. Lokin shmonim. So they should get 80 lashes, which really, it's a maximum of 39 times 2. It's a maximum of 78. Mishum lo ta'aneh b'reicha ed shoker, because there's a pasuk in Shemot, chapter 20, you may not answer about your fellow man as a false witness. You cannot testify falsely. Umishum, and also the other pasuk, vasitem lo kasher zamam, in Deuteronomy chapter 19, about Eidim Zomim specifically, you do to the Eid Zomim what he intended to inflict on the victim of his false testimony. Divrei Rebbe Meir. Again, this is according to Rebbe Meir. He says he can get whacked twice. He can get two punishments. Chachamim Omrim, the sages disagree again. And they say, Eino loken eila arbaim. He only gets a maximum of 40 lashes, which again is a maximum of 39, depending on the medical assessment of how much he can tolerate. The Mishnah brings a related idea. Misholshin, we divide up b'mamon, with a monetary payment from a Eidim Zomamin. V'ein misholshin b'makot. We do not divide up lashes. Ketzad, what's the example? Heiduhu shu chayev l'chavero matayim zuz. The two Eidim came and they said, Reuven owes Shimon 200 zuz, nimsu zomamin. They were found to be zomamin witnesses, scheming witnesses. Misholshin b'nehem. They divide the monetary punishment. Each one would pay 100 to Reuven. Avolo im heidushu chayev malkut arbaim. But not if they testify that Reuven needs to get lashed 40 times, nimsu zomamin, and then they're found to be scheming. Kol echad ve'echad loke arbaim. In that situation, each individual witness in the group of Eidim Zomamin, once he's found to be Eid Zomem, he would get the full set of malchus. Tizku l'mitzvot.